One of the biggest bottlenecks slowing down your content creation is organization. Whether you work as a team or alone, you're probably wasting a ton of time hunting for the photos or videos you need, or worse, losing great content altogether in the abyss of some unknown server. There are two big things that will rescue that time and make sure you can use your content to the fullest. First, a space, and second, a system. First, you need a space. One space where all your media lives and that your whole team has access to. There are a number of options for this. Micro and small teams who don't have IT can subscribe to cloud-based storage. Our favorites are Google Drive and Dropbox. Adobe Cloud is another option that's quickly gaining credibility. And just a side note, Google Drive actually fails when it comes to uploading large video files, so I wouldn't recommend it for that use. Trust me. Make sure your cloud storage has shared drives. These are designated spaces that team members automatically have access to. Files live there without belonging or being tied to any one account. So if someone moves on from your organization, all their media stays put. You can create multiple shared drives and give specific team members access. Divide those shared drives by function, or whoever needs consistent access to those kind of files. So for us, there's a marketing drive for internal marketing, which includes branding and logos, etc., and a production drive where we store client work. For medium and larger teams, get IT involved and create your own shared server. I won't pretend to understand how to create it, but your own dedicated server is the cost-effective option for large amounts of data. Just make sure everything is automatically backed up somewhere off-site. For teams with a long history of media, like newspapers, there are professional archival services that can help you both digitize and gather your media into one space. So some services like Drixon, that's DIRXION, even specialize in serving Catholic content creators. Once you have that shared space for all your media, you must have a storage system that everyone follows. Without it, your shared spaces are destined to become prehistoric bogs of digital goo. You need to write a predefined folder structure and naming scheme that's specific to your team and needs. If organization isn't your strong suit, stop now. Find the team member who's most organized. Just look at their desk, or for our VeggieTale fans out there, check out their sock drawer and put them in charge of writing the system. So your storage system needs to include those two things, a naming scheme and a predefined folder structure. First, define the naming scheme. You'll need a main ID to identify each initiative, campaign, or photo or video shoot. Design a template that's specific to your organization's needs. So for us, the main ID starts with two letters that are linked to our client's name, like AD for Archdiocese. Then the contract date in numeral form, like YYMMDD, year, month, date. So a project for the Archdiocese started on January 9th would be AD 260109. That way we can find related projects and assets fast. This ID should be the first element in the top-level project folder name and in any exports or final files that you create. So for individual files, particularly final assets, you can use a naming scheme that includes the project ID followed by descriptive details. You may consider adding like the type of asset, like promo video, the version number or the date it was made, its resolution or use, like IG_square. Just make sure that the format and order are standardized. So for us, a final file may be named AD 260109, that's the ID, _ promo video, that's the type, _VO3, that's the version number, _IG_, that's the resolution and use. You will also need to define a folder structure that's standardized for every project, shoot, initiative, or campaign. A good system is one you can copy and paste for every new project. We build an empty template folder and we literally copy and paste each time. So inside the main project folder, the one that has that ID on it, you'll always have a number of subfolders. Use numbers at the start of the subfolder names to force a consistent sort order. This ensures that the most accessed folders, like final assets, are always near the top where you can find them. Your predefined folder structure may look something like this. So, 01, project files, source and working. This contains all native files like Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere, InDesign files. 02, assets, or raw, contains all unedited raw media that was originally captured. 03, review and export. That holds drafts, versions, files that were sent for internal or client review. 04, final deliverables. This is the only folder where final, approved, high-resolution media should live. 05, marketing or promotional. Which holds smaller, optimized versions created for social media or web use. 06, scripts, contracts, documentation, which contains related documents, scripts, mood boards, contracts, releases. Last of all, but most importantly, you have to implement these systems. Write them down in a single, accessible document that outlines the system and the rules. Make sure to train every team member on how to use it, and make sure they understand that not following these rules leads to lost time and lost media. Sometimes people are stuck on their own systems, so just kindly but firmly explain that their system may be brilliant, but everyone needs to be on the same page, so this is how we do it here. And finally, you will need to periodically check those shared drives to make sure everyone is following the protocol. Address any deviations immediately. Create a shared space, then the systems to make sure everything stays organized, and you will rescue literally hours spent on campaigns. Not to mention have easy access to your media so you can use it to its fullest. For more mission-driven marketing tips like this one, subscribe to our newsletter at hundredfoldvideo.com and let us help you multiply your ministry.